Quick disclaimer. Trading carries a high level of risk, so anything done is your responsibility. The content on this channel is for educational purposes only and are my perspective and personal opinions.
Yo, I famo.
Bridget, I finally just finished the trading journal and I cannot wait to give it on a right. Yeah, no. Check it, no man. I stayed up so long making this thing and finally ready to share it now. So this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be on Notion. As you can see, this is the dashboard. This is how it looks. You can see your progress chart, seeing exactly where you're at. You have your information that you're putting in right here, so anybody can walk in actually see what you're starting with, the date that you started. You have a nice little quote here for you to remember your mission, your time, your local time, came on time at least. If you want me to modify this, I can definitely modify it for you to reflect whatever time, London time, whatever, wherever it is. Scrolling down, you can see where you have these different categories that you can actually, data points that you can see. Profitability rate. Right now, this is just here. The 56% is just there because I just plugged in information to put here so that you can see what it looks like. You know, you have two different data points that we're tracking, which is a funded account and a personal account. Whichever one you're using right now, or if you're using both, you obviously can use this. You can see the both charts, funded chart and then your personal chart. Down here is where you're going to be putting your data entry and then your calendar, so you can actually see what it looks like on a day-to-day basis, being analyzed by the profit, how much profit you made for the day or lost, and the pair that you trade and how many trades it is. As you can see, like even on the 16th, it was 3 trades right there, which might not have been because, again, this is just data that I threw in here. So when you're editing, you're going to be looking at this. You hold down shift. If you're on a desktop or whatever it is, you're going to be using shift and then scrolling across and just actually plugging in your data right there. As soon as you plug in data, it automatically generates different things. All you're going to be putting in, I can show you what it looks like. So this is pretty much what it looks like on when it's after a certain period of time has passed and stuff like that. And this is just what your chart will look like. This is pretty much what you can use to show people, show data, just collect your own things and stay disciplined. You know what I mean? Discipline, show your planning and accountability and action. You know what I mean? Straight up. So this is what it looks like empty. So when you actually duplicate it, so when you actually, so here's the site. If I press share and view, not view site, but copy the link here. So if you just go to like a empty one and I paste it here and go to this. Yeah, so after it loads and all that, it's gonna look like this, white, because that's like the standard way that Notion works. And then what you're gonna do is go up here and press duplicate. Once you duplicate it, then you're gonna be prompted to log into Notion. And if you don't have an account, create it now. If you do have an account, all you're gonna be doing is saving it as a template, and they're gonna open up as a template.
If it would only load, what taking it so long to load?
Right. So this is the part that you're gonna be seeing, and all you're gonna do is continue with Google or create an email address, whatever it is. Sign into it. Once you sign into it, it's gonna give you the prompt to duplicate it, which is what I already did over this side to show you what it looks like right now. So let's just go ahead and say your official start date is today. So that's 1/19/25. Initial capital, let's just say 1,000. We only risking 5%. Whatever your account leverage is, just extra information to put. Again, you can just do whatever you want to do with this. This is your back end where that operates all of the entire thing, right? Because remember, so the whole thing is naked right now. This is how you're gonna be getting it when you duplicate the page, and this is how you're gonna actually start populating your trading journal. So this is where the back end is. I'll just show you what that looks like from now. This is the accounts database, which is where you're gonna be seeing your win rate, all these extra things, which is right over in the front. And then your data entry is a little bit lower, where you put these different data points to gather your data so you can analyze it later on. I'm gonna show you what you can be doing with that data. So what you do out here is gonna populate in that same place, and then yeah, you just move from there. So your investment, let's just say again, you are trading at $1,000, so it immediately goes to current balance. current balance is this one here, your investment, which is your initial investment, and your total trades win rate is going to be calculated as you populate this thing, and also your chart, right? So let's look at this right now. Straight, all you're going to be doing is going to new page. Once you go to new page, you see this open, it says new trade, click away from it, and it automatically goes to personal because this is the personal one that you have selected. If it was funded, it would be going on this one. So that's how that is. If you have a copy trader, this is for the more advanced people at least. If you have a copy trader, obviously we can create a new one. You can right click it and duplicate this and then create a new one in here called copy trader, which would be like your personal unfunded combined. And then you can get down into the details and specifics with that one there, but we can cover that later on. So boom, you made this first one here. Now opened would be the day that you open the trade. So let's say today is Monday, so 20th asset, as you can see, the 20th opened, so immediately that populated there. And on the 20th it says right here new trade, so you see it's populating live. Asset, as you can put any asset you want there, type in any other one that you want. For right now, these are the only 5 that I typically trade, and that's the only ones I need to trade. So let's just say I did USD JPY. I got into a buy, entry time frame, typically for 1 minute for me, but I just populated these so that you can have more options. You know what I mean? Again, if you want to go to the right, you can either hold this and go to the right, or you hold on shift and then roll the mouse. So from here, roll the mouse, and I'm on roll the wheel on the mouse. So session, nylon cross is New York, London cross, or New York or London. So typically New York. Closed would be the date, so whatever date it is that it closed. So that's just for data keeping, that doesn't affect anything. The duration of the trade, I have here typical time frames for me that makes sense for me. So typically a winning trade would be anywhere between let's say 5 to 15 minutes and onward, because by that time I'm looking at going break even already, either a winning trade or break even. So let's just say 15 minutes to an hour. Now this is where so this automatically populates and changes. So this is your profit and loss. It just shows you what you can be sorting and filtering out later on. Hopefully this is a video, so you can always go back and see what he's saying so you can understand it. So gross, let's just say I made $25 on that trade. My commission, I paid about $1. All right, so my net profit is automatically populated here to $24. That's what we made. This here is already at 24, so it's gonna be, that's the first starting point. Simple as that. And down here you see it, $24, and USD JPY is what we traded. Immediately shows profit. If it was lower than 0, as you can see, it automatically changed to loss. So let's just leave that at 25, or yeah, whatever, 25. And that's the first trade. Like, so as you can see, or as you will see, you have to have quite a substantial amount of trades in order for this to actually start to look like what this looks like, right? And this is just for data collection, so this isn't the actual chart for me, right? Sorry, this isn't what my actual chart will look like since I started this account with you guys, which is this one here, the $100.55 that I started with. So let me show you what that would look like. So my chart, I kept this up so that you can see it, but mine will literally look like this right now, where I will leave it to actually start continuing coming tomorrow, Monday. So that has been deleted. This has been the real trades that I've taken for this week, and this is what it looks like. So what I do is change this, and in order to change this, it's very simple. On the chart, you go ahead, click that, click the 3 buttons right there, and then what you do is go down to range, and then from here, obviously if your starting initial capital is 155 cents, you want the thing to be negative 155, because when it goes down there, then that means you're going below your 0 point. Your 0 point is 155 cents. So anything above that is your profits that you're looking at, right? So I don't need this to be at 1,000 because remember I said I wanted to go to 100% return on my investment. So that's all I do. I change that max to 200. So now this will be my actual chart that I trade with, right? So whatever fluctuations, whatever happens in this chart is going to look like this to begin with, and then it'll increase over time. Now, when I reach 200 and surpass 200, I'll put it at like 400. I'll put it at 300, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And you'll see my chart just going up and down and up and down like what you saw before. Yeah, and that's all it is, right? So now let's go back to yours, what yours would look like. See, so we made that 1,000, we made that $24 here, and that populated right there. That's your profit from January 20th, $24. Now, if we just do quite a few of these now and just kept on adding them, as you can see, your total trades are populating as well. But the more trades you put on, your win rate changes. So what you want to do is obviously stick to the system so that you can actually have a proper win rate. My win rate right now, based on just those trades that I inputted, is 71%. You know what I mean? A decent win rate. But like there isn't enough trades right here to prove, oh yeah, you're gonna stay at 71. I need to pass at least 100, maybe 1,000 trades to make that make sense. You know what I mean? Oh, based on what I saw earlier, I think it was at 50 something percent. Backtracking the video, and I don't remember how much trades it was, but as you could see, we were in profit way over here. Just saying, like hypothetically saying, that was at 51% win rate, and boom, we were way up there. All right, so you can see how this can like improve your trading and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you what you can be doing with it to improve your trading overall, and the purpose of all of this. So yeah, so let's continue. So you saw profit right there. Let's just say this is $100 gain, and this is another $10 gain. Commissions $2, so it subtracts it another $2. So this is what we have so far, and I have the sums down here as well. So many different points that you can look at to say, oh well, you know, I can see my data being presented to me in many different ways. And let's say that date right there was the 21st, and then this one right here was the 22nd. So you can see 3 days being populated, as you can see it down here, and up here it starts to spread. So there you go, 21st, 22nd, and the 20th. So as you increase and as you go, even if you skip a few days, let's say you skipped a few days, let's put in a new trade, and you skipped a few days, you didn't trade until the 30th of January, you'd see that populate way down there. And let me put an actual value. If you don't put a value, then it won't populate in the chart. So let's say you made $6 right there, and then your commission was $1. All depends on your broker and stuff like that. So I can put my broker inside of the thing if you want to get with them decent. Anyways, so this is what we're looking at so far, and that was a skipped trade. So you can see what part, like it skipped a couple days in between, but still shows that you didn't do anything in between that. So you can know, okay, I didn't trade on those days. And even if you weren't sure based on the chart, as soon as you get on, you see the chart, you're like, oh, why is this like this? Well, when you put on the thing, when you go to the calendar, you can obviously see where you did it. Here's the fun thing now. You can enter trades from here as well. So you can add an item on the 23rd and it opens like this. So this exact same thing that you see over here, this, if you didn't want to enter your trades like this, you can also enter one like this. So asset, gold, break even, you don't need to see this. So what you can do is property visibility, always hide. That's how you can modify certain things. I'm kind of glad that you can see little 1-2 things while they're fixing it, so that you can understand how to actually do it. You don't have to be asking so many questions either, you know. Here you go, like another one right here, always hide. As I update the whole original one, you'll be able to see it and copy that and put it into a new one. And I think it should update on this. I don't think it should after you duplicate it, honestly, but as it progresses and stuff like that, I'll find a way that you can integrate your old entries into the new one and see how we can make that work. Even if you just cross databases, I'll show you how to do that, because I still learning it myself too. But I really do see this as a very beneficial tool for any trader in this world to just use, because this is what's going to keep you accountable as well as the community and people around you. Anyway, so buy, sell. Say we got into a sell. Was it chart? Okay, cool. So chart is also another one that will go away. Closed. What date did it close? Let's just say it was the 21st. Opened should be here. Cool. So 23rd it was open. So let's say it closed on the 25th. And then this is how you arrange it. You can grab it and then just move it wherever you want to move it. And you can arrange it to make it an intuitive thing for yourself. I didn't arrange this. Obviously, I have mine over here arranged. And I still do have to make a few tweaks, but it's very functional right now. So you can still use this, you know. So anyways, commission fee, say $1, the duration of the trade, 2 to 4 hours, entry time frame, 1 minute for me, gross was $4 to $5. As you can see, it's populating over here still. All right, let's see, where's the next one now? Cool, session, watch it populate right here, nylon cross, there you go. And then what's the cool thing about this is, let's say I have my chart right here and I have a screenshot that I'm gonna take. Cool, so it does, okay, cool, it copied, beautiful. Down here is where you would put your screenshots. You copy and paste it. So typically I'd be like, okay, 1 minute markup or something like that. And then I'll just put it at the top here. And then 1 minute entry or 1 minute break even or close trade, whatever it is. So that you can reference all these different trades that you got into for whatever. Say you realize, okay, I'm going to get into narrowing it down so you can understand what I'm saying with this first. So now you see you did that. And then you came out of this. That's it. And now it populated here. Where's that gold trade? That gold trade was on the 23rd. There you go. So it's easy for you to say, boy, how many times did I trade gold this week? You can just go down to your calendar and say, oh, well, I traded gold once this week so far. You know, I didn't put anything here because that's what this is. Let's say it was gold here. Let's say it was NAS here. Let's say it was GBP USD here, as you can see. Or I could have clicked it, got into it, and then changed the stuff from here. Because see, I didn't put a buy or sell, buy. You know what I mean? So many different ways to skin the cat. In other words, you can do this from many different angles. Yeah, cool. So here's the real juicy part of this here. You have filters. This is how you can tell, like, after you do 1,000 trades or 100 trades, you can start to filter out what you want to see, right? So let's say you add a filter because you only want to see how many profitable trades you've done buying and selling. So you can choose buy and it'll only show all the trades that you've bought, right? Or you can choose sell and it'll only show all the trades that you've sold. And you can do this exact same filtration system with any form of one of these properties here. All of these properties can be filtered into different sub categories or just narrowing down to see what you want to see. You can do it by asset. So if I wanted to see, okay, cool, even by session, okay, how many New York sessions have I traded? Okay, I've been more beneficial in trading New York. Maybe I want to see if I can narrow it down and trade only in New York. That's the kind of data collection you want that makes you a super profitable trader. What that does for you over time is literally change your win rate. I know it's 100 right now because I done put in all these positives. Actually, I'm just going to change one of them to a negative. So like, let's say this one here. I can change this one, that gross, to negative 200, negative 75. And let's just see what that looks like on the chart. So you can see where we took that dip right there. You see? So you'll see how the chart starts to play with itself in that sense. Behave yourself, you know. That's a joke. But yeah, and then the win rate changes. So how you increase your win rate is by collecting data. So the more data you collect, the more you can tweak your system. And then when you tweak your system, then you can make better profits. Then you can make better decisions. Better decisions equal profitability, higher likeliness of you getting into a better trade, higher likelihood that you're going to be successful in this entire thing. That's just how this thing works. You know what I mean? So this system is created for you to do so. What else do I want to show you now? Okay, you can sort as well. So very simply put, if I do that and then I press sort ascending or whatever, it'll sort them out by that. You know, or by this sort descending, and it'll just group everything up for you, so you can scroll and just see. And after you scroll and realize, oh, I've taken more gold trades than anything else, you can even do this. You can even if you didn't want to see how many trades you've taken so far, 5 down here, you can always do different calculations down here. So you can go calculate, count all, and it'll show 5. And down here, I already have the sums here, as you can see. You wouldn't necessarily have to do anything much for that one, but it's very intuitive, very simple. And again, you can have different personal accounts as well if you wanted to have that. And just the fact that you can track your growth and have a place that you can hold yourself accountable, collect data that you can use later on, and then tweak your system. And by tweaking system, I don't mean switching strategies, but you can also, if you wanted to, if you're a person that says, well, I like what I've been trading with, but I still want to stick to my old ways of trading, all you have to do is go here and then click add. And then from here, you can click, let's say, select. And then from select, and it opens, you change that name to strategy. Yeah, my bad. Strategy. And then that would just be your thing for strategy. You press enter, it'll change from here. And then from here, you add option. So let's say you are a smart money concepts trader, enter, that creates that option. Let's say support and resistance trader, you enter, that's another one. Let's say you trade, boy, cause I don't know what there, boy, flippy flop. This, whatever the hell that is. And you press enter. Now you have those that you can use. So now a part of each trade, if you had different strategies that you were using to get into these trades, all you have to do is select it, populate it there, and you can sort it out and whatever it is, filter things, just as I showed you before, with any property field that you want to, really and truly. So, you know, it can really get intricate if you want to, and see how you can create these things to help better your system and better the likelihood of your profitability in this market, because it's not easy, but these tools will help you become profitable just by, you know, helping you out with all the things that I mentioned before. Simple as that. But if you have any questions, let me know, and yeah, I help you out with it. You know what I mean? Big up on yourselves, but I just try and create value for them. Peace.